Trishs Treasures, affiliated with Vibe Talk Facing the Lion podcast.
Hi guys, I'm back. Yes, I am. And we were discussing about unfinished conversations and um that's something that we love to do. Some of us love to have unfinished conversations because we're afraid of what things will turn into. Whether someone will get mad at the end of the conversation, or we won't be talking anymore at the end of the conversation, or the conversation is getting a little too deep and we don't want to dive deeply into that conversation or topic. I've been there before. And the funny thing about that is when we don't finish the conversation, it somehow pops up out of nowhere. Like, it's like a jack in the box. You think that if I don't turn the jack in the box, then nobody else will turn it so it can make the popping sound because I'm scared of the popping sound. But all of a sudden, when you leave it on the table, someone else turns it and boom, it pops out. Well, that's how it is with things we don't want to talk about. Things that we rather sweep under the rug or pretend it's not there. But FYI, everyone, if you don't like sweeping the floor and you sweep the dirt under the rug a lot of times, you're going to start to see the little hill, the little lump that you keep sweeping the dirt under the rug. You're going to start to see that, the imprint of that. And then when you lift up the rug to finally, let me vacuum, guys. Let me stop being lazy and sweeping everything under the rug when I could just get the dustpan, you know? We could just get the dustpan. But sometimes we're too lazy to do that. Okay? We lift the rug up and we see all the trash. Oreo wrapper, honey bun wrapper. We got envelope from the bill, past due. Yeah, that's under the rug too. We got your son's toy, your 2-year-old son's toy under the rug. We got just anything, bottle cap. Like, we have a lot of stuff under the rug that we've been burying under there. And it's starting to pile up. It's starting to leak out. It's starting to be noticeable. And when it starts to get noticeable, for me, when it starts to get noticeable, I feel like that's the time to start having that conversation. And we don't gotta have the conversation in one sitting. We don't gotta do that because, like our podcast, we usually have part 1, part 2, and for my Trishs Treasures, sometimes I have part 1, part 2, or a continuation of the topic because there's so much to talk about. There's so much that's within me that I've experienced in one topic that I feel like I can't do in one sitting, in one video. So I gotta make it part 1 and part 2. And besides, it's easier for me because I have to edit this later. And so, because I have to edit it later, I make it to part 1 and part 2. I don't leave you guys hanging, okay? So, I say all that to say, unfinished conversations can be a normality for some people because it's hard to get to that problem, get to the root of that challenge. It's hard to do that. Sometimes we're not even motivated to have that conversation. It's Motivational Monday, by the way. Sometimes we're not motivated to have that conversation because, oh my goodness, I know what's gonna happen. We're gonna get into an argument. He's gonna walk off. I'm gonna stay here. We stop talking to each other for like 6 months, then all of a sudden we start to miss each other, and then we continue the cycle again and never talk about the topic again. To me, that doesn't solve the problem, that doesn't solve the issue, and we continue to do that because of fear of the outcome, exhaustion of repeating the same cycle of unfinished conversation. We never finish the thing. We never finish the conversation because the same thing always happens. So we just stop having it, you know? But whoever this relates to, conversations can be finished. It seems like it will never end, but it can be finished. It can be addressed. It can be resolved. There is a solution for every conflict. And sometimes the answer is not what we're looking for, but it is indeed the answer. So, in closing, thank you for listening to my Trishs Treasures, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.